And then we're on, baby.
Okay, ready?
I think he was born ready. Oh, you're on.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Mice in the Attic. I am your host, Alex Carle, and this is the show where we introduce you to new and up-and-coming musicians by streaming their performances live from the attic of Tonal Vision Studios here in Baltimore, Maryland. As always, I encourage you to like and share this video. That helps us out. And please feel free to comment and ask questions in the comment section below, and I'll get them over to the artists today. Today we have Tyler Kempa, an acoustic pop artist who is also a member of the band Acoustic Collabs. Why don't you come on in, man? How's it going, brother?
What's up, man?
Thanks for coming on the show, man.
No problem.
All right, so I don't want to take up any of this precious time, so why don't you introduce yourself to everybody at home, let us know what you're going to be doing today, and tell us a little bit about this first song.
Cool. Okay, my name's Tyler Kempa from Acoustic Collabs, and most of my music, so this is going to be a somber evening with Tyler Kempa because my songs are not the happiest, but they mean a lot to me. The first song is called Resurrection, and if you ever had anybody who has either was close to you that committed suicide, that's basically what this song is about. A good friend of mine and family member and mentor committed suicide a few years ago, and I wrote this and it really helped me out. So here's Resurrection.
All right, everybody, Resurrection by Tyler Kempa.
It was about 5 o'clock when I heard the ring. Sarah's on the phone, how's everything? She doesn't speak, she cries and weeps, the cuts are deep. She says the reap took Sean to sleep. So I scream and can't believe I am hearing that he's asleep and won't be here. So then I run and hide, maybe confide in cyanide to ease my pride. The years of lies when he relied on us to guide, but we decide cause there was nothing amplified. Who knew he cried, who knew he died inside from shit that I and you would never find. I guess that's why suicide just magnifies inside our minds and mortifies the thoughts that thrive on all the good he did. Cause there was a lot of good he did. Remember swinging on the swings, underdogs in the park, making fun of stupid things and trampolines in the dark. But we don't think about that when we think about you now. We just think about how you could allow your life to just take a bow and say that you are through. Cause your life is worth 1,000,000 gold doubloons. You have a kid and he feels taboo because all of his friends have dads. But where were you? He knows you're safe, no longer sad or blue, swimming upstream without a boat or canoe. Are you watching him now? I know you'd be proud of him. Trey flipped down the 5-step. He's practically a synonym. He's not mad, just sad that you'll never see him win again. You'll never see him cringe again when you click on top and said, yeah, we always hated that. We do a thing and take it back, make memory last. As it slowly fades away, but never forgotten. Yeah, I'm gonna run that 10K. You'll do that kickflip you taught him when he fell and you caught him. When he fell and you caught him, cause you caught us all at one point or another, and we let you fall, but we can't blame each other. It's no one's fault. But we should all come together and sing this song that he would find so clever. No one knows why, and only some know how, but it doesn't matter now. I know he's gone, but sing along and write the song that he'd be on. You know he'd sing along, you know he'd sing along. Thank you.
Very nice, man.
Thank you.
A really good start.
Thanks.
Really powerful start.
Thanks.
So tell me about this like acoustic rap style that you've got.
So, long story short, when I first started playing, the first song I learned was Redemption Song by Bob Marley, and I think my dad and my cousin Sarah heard that song played over again on my guitar for like 3 weeks straight. And then I went to my first open mic, and I was gonna be playing like normal songs, like probably like Wonderwall or something, and I go on and everybody raps. So I was like, crap. So like, let me just think of a song that I know really well, like a rap song, and just play guitar over it. And I did it, and everyone loved it. And then ever since then, that's what I've been doing.
They're sort of forged in the fire, in the pressure of the moment.
It was so much pressure.
Well, tell me about your songwriting techniques a little bit here. So you've adopted this style for yourself, the acoustic rap. So how do you write an acoustic rap song? I don't think that there's like so many people, at least not that I know, that are doing like sort of a thing like that.
Yeah. So basically what I'll do is I'll write more of like a poem that doesn't rhyme, and then I'll go in there and try and think of like words that would sound good together and flow really well, and then a few days later, I have a song.
So it starts with not just like the lyrics, but as like a poem that's not really meant to be a song at all in the first place.
Exactly.
Okay.
And then it turns into one like slowly. Like it takes a little while, but
So then do you have poems that don't become music?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they usually become trash.
Lining the wastebasket bin.
Yeah.
No, man, you should make songs out of them.
Yeah.
No, that's cool though. That's a cool method of going about it, starting with a poem.
Thanks.
I mean, and the message.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, tell me a little bit about this next song that you're gonna be playing for us today.
This next song, another sad one, surprise.
Now my heart.
It's called A Story to His Daughter, and it's this made-up person named Terry, who is a drug addict, and this song is basically about his life from the beginning to the end, and it's a story to his daughter, so it's like telling her exactly what happened and how she needs to change how she is so she's not like her father.
Okay. All right. Well, everybody, some more from Tyler Kempa.
Well, let me tell you a little story about a man named Terry, and all he does is kill cops, smoke locks, and shoot the heroin. But let's take a look into his life and make sure you keep up, cause he doesn't sleep at night. That's when he plays his games, that's where he makes his bread, that's where he sells the shit, that's where you'll find him dead. But for now, let's get inside of his head. What he says: plenty of money, but none in the bank. I got the honey, but she only wants some crack. You know I got money to blow, but up my nose, and I don't know if this is how it goes. But he thinks it's what it is, and it's what it was. Who is he kidding? Here comes the fuzz, but they got nothing. They can't smell the buzz, it's crazy. That's all because he had a broken home when he was a kid. His father beat him, and his mother toppled this. But when she hit the pills, it gave her chills, but not the thrills he'd find. But still, he did his best in the academics, but he was bullied constantly. It's probably just honestly because he didn't want to get fucked with, so he punched the kid and stabbed him in his gullet. That's how it started. Loving the pain, and everything he stood for was just for the gain. And every time his veins pulsate, slain remain inches in his brain. He knows at that time of day or time of night, well, I guess it doesn't matter whether the remains of his brain just splattered on the chicken platter. And he wakes up, and it only hurts more because he's out of the shit. No more smack to be scored, and now he's itching and hurting and freezing and burning. This creature is learning that no one's deserving the constant recurring of veins that are purging and minds that are dirty. His brain's filled with scurvy, he doesn't feel worthy. He knows it's his story or history. It's sad to see this boy grow up to be another leaf on the tree about to fall. But last time he shoots up, he feels so tall, never really worried about the wall, cause when he hits the wall, his mind will stall. He feels so gone, he dropped the ball, and he will go now. He wakes up, but no, he doesn't wake up. From this specific comatose, he did too much. It's what they call an overdose. His eyes rolled back and his skin turned a grayish tone. He ain't coming back, he never really had a home. He's washed away with the herd, nothing but skin and bones. And if this isn't a lesson, then your story's next to go. But I hope this has taught you, don't be like him. And I don't know you're his daughter, you got a life to live. And that's a dangerous path that he showed his kid. Might get rid of the demons that fight within, but I don't know. I hope you win. No more haggling has-beens that crack the whim. Start something new. Make sure you choose wisely, because if you don't, it'll be a tragedy. Please let the apple fall from the tree. Please let the apple fall from the tree. Thank you.
Cool.
Thank you.
Nice, man.
Thanks.
The last time you were on this show, for those of you keeping up at home, you were part of Acoustic Collabs with your now fiance.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Christina. So,
Hi, Christina. I know you're watching.
hi, Christina. So there's clearly a really big difference in the style that you do when you're solo versus the style that you have when you're with Acoustic Collabs. Acoustic Collabs, when you were in here on Valentine's Day, that was all appropriately so, very much love songs, very upbeat, and I still hear a lot of optimism in your music, but it's shrouded in sort of this, it's just a darker feel.
Yeah.
So how do you kind of consolidate going from one style to the next?
So, as corny as it sounds, when I'm writing the happy songs, I'm thinking about my fiance, and it makes me think happy lyrics. And my writing style is completely different with like love songs. Like I said with the sad songs, it's like I make a poem and then I turn it into a song. With those, I kind of just write and do the music at the same exact time, and it becomes a song as I'm writing it. Do you know what I mean?
That's with the happy songs.
Yeah, with the happy songs, yeah. So, yeah, my inspiration for happy songs is my fiance.
So which process is, I know that this doesn't speak to the quality of the music, but I'm just curious, which process is quicker? Is it quicker to just write out everything all at once?
It really depends on what I'm writing about. Like when I'm writing about, like for instance, the last song that I played, like the first song, like that was so new on my mind that like I couldn't wait to write about it. So like it happened so fast. Like I wrote that song in like maybe 2 hours, you know. But then the love songs, I feel like if I'm talking in a whole, the love songs don't take as long as the sad songs.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. And what is your inspiration for a lot of these like more sad songs? Where is that coming from?
Just things I've seen, and like just, I mean, I don't want to get like too much into that, but like basically like if something is happening in my head, or like I hear about somebody overdosing that I knew very well, or like something that's sad like that, the only way to cope with it for me at least is writing. And even if it is a poem that doesn't turn into a song, it's like therapeutic for me, you know?
Okay, sure. So it's almost a way of grieving at times.
Yeah, like letting it out, yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Well, that's a healthy way of doing it.
Yeah, really.
I'm happy that you have that means of doing that.
Thanks.
Other people just grab a Glock and go.
Yeah, really.
I'm glad that that's not your solution.
No.
All right, well, why don't you tell us a little bit about this song number 3?
Okay. So this song is called Tree Hugger, and it is about how we are messing up the earth like real bad. And I know this is just a song, but maybe it'll help.
Here we go, everybody. Tree Hugger by Tyler Kempa.
When the plans don't stand and the dream won't land, and when the thoughts exist, you'll write like this. But when the clouds are dark, your mind will bark and take the thoughts and build an arc and bark and go far till you're flying in your car, seeing stars laying upon the green yard. The bar you threw went far, just because they didn't check the cards at the old abandoned bars. It means be as dusty old benchmark at the abandoned ballpark. Because when you sit in the stands, you'll sit for the man, you'll stand for the shitty plan, and be nothing but a doorman. Nah, not even that. The doormat that all the shoes were made to attack with the whack lack of melted ice packs. And now you came in for a crap from around back the outback. They say that shit's whack to get hijacked, your boss is jagging, drive faster than a kid needing Prozac, but this ain't a diss track. They're making fun of 21 and Kodak, just trying to throw back and win back the Earth's dirt sack so we don't crash, cause we move too fast. Yeah, we move too fast. I don't need to win the round, I just wanna own some ground so I can run around the house that I paid for in cash. There's something that I lack, but I'll do it back and get everything else that's weighing on my back. Cause sometimes you're stuck, you need to hug. That shit just bugs me when they shrug and say we're done, cause we're not done. Nah, we just started. The earth has a plan, and we're all a part of it, but not forever. You don't realize how long it lives, it's a while. And we only see a glimpse of it, cause the trees will live and the seasons won't stall, and the structures will give and the buildings will fall, and everything that's man-made will go to the wild, moss-stained window pane, paint flakes on the wooden stakes, less than mild, but we'll go out in style. All the computers shutting down from a corrupted computer file, or an influx of bombs because we knew we got a stockpile, or maybe we'll get lucky with zombies. Yeah, that'd be worthwhile, but nah, there'd be none of that. It's everything we lack, it's what we gotta get back. Stop cutting down the trees, cutting off the breeze. If you could see the dead seas, then you would fall to your knees. Cause you can't have it back when it's gone, and everything that we're doing is all wrong. And honestly, we don't have that long, and I know this is a stupid song, but we put too much on our plate. There's no debate that this estate has sealed its fate. The ice is melting at a disturbing rate. Shit, I think we already made our graves. now sleep in them. Thank you.
Now sleep in them, Tyler.
Yeah, it's partly my fault, I'm sure.
No, I really like that.
Thank
I really
you.
like that song. Yeah, I remember when you showed that one to me for the first time. Yeah.
Thanks, man.
No, it's a really, I think that it has that optimism to it.
Yeah.
But it's like the optimism that
And then it
exists in
ends.
this sea of pessimism. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there's that, but it's not it's none of it is outright. I know that you call it somber. Somber might be a better word for it, but it's certainly not depressing. Like there is that like optimism to
Yeah.
it. There's a hopefulness and like all of it. So,
Yeah.
so stop messing up the planet, people. Do it for Tyler. Do it for his face.
Yeah, do it for Mice in the Attic.
And for all the animals and people. So, how long have you been doing this? How long have you been? I know that you said that you've been doing the acoustic rap since your first open mic, which
Yeah.
was how long ago?
I was 16,
Okay.
I think, and I'm 25 now, so 9 years.
All right.
Yeah,
Nice quick math.
thanks.
So how did you get started with the guitar in general? I assume you've been playing for a while, because you said that you were going to play some popular songs that night, like some Wonderwall or
Yeah,
whatnot.
like-
So you've been playing for a while.
So actually, I was only playing for about a year before that. My sister's boyfriend had he started playing guitar, and like I wanted to be like him, and so like I started playing, and then I got better than him.
And then he was like, now I got to get to Tyler's level.
And then just from there, I mean, I just loved playing, and it became like a therapeutic thing. Like I played every single day. So if anyone wants to play guitar out there, you can't just play like once a week. Like you gotta play like every day, like all the time.
Practice makes perfect.
Yeah, or as good as I am.
Close to whatever. Or practice makes acoustic rap songs.
Yeah,
there
right.
you go.
So I have one more song. That's the one, but do I have time for?
Oh yeah,
another
no,
one?
no, no. Do two more.
Okay.
Who is calling us at this hour? Yeah, man, give us another song.
Okay, cool.
Tell me about it. I was just about to like up and leave without even hearing anything about it.
All right, so this next one is kind of short. Again, like I don't write choruses. Like the last song has a chorus in it because you wrote it. you're good at choruses. And but yeah, most of my songs don't have choruses, and this one is not any different. This one's called Seasonal Sadness. I suffer from seasonal depression, and in the fall it really gets bad, so I again wrote this song just to kind of cope with it, and it helped a lot.
All right, well, everybody, here is another coping mechanism by Tyler Kempa called Seasonal Sadness. Enjoy.
Check the airwaves. You'll find me in the static, or check the bookcase. No, you'll find me in the attic. We're now approaching deep space. He didn't say he's asthmatic, but Hippocratic, dramatic, post-traumatic, and problematic. The mind's a powerful substance. When everything comes in abundance, and it all just seems so redundant. Oh shit, the walls are bleeding, the earth is breathing. Why is my head beating? No, I gotta be dreaming. My chest is concave, and the bed that I made is placed all over the window pane. But this can't be real, no, it's gotta be real, cause I can feel my heels pushed down inside the overgrown field. I snap out of it, find out it's almost noon. The anxiety that filled the room. The season of fall has always made the depression bloom, while it sits on my skin like a shitty old perfume. And I don't know why it's bad this time of year. It's like my head always sits right above the atmosphere, to pioneer the sphere, to only reappear as a souvenir, like a mantle or carcass of a deer. Depression, or obsession of aggression, suppression, jam session between possession and oppression. But there isn't much to master, it's more like live with it, cause it only doesn't take long before the clouds open to bring back the sky. It's in all of my dreams, no more tears to cry. We all work as a team to make the days pass by, make the hours feel like minutes, just to diminish the exhibits will be the only way to win it, and just fix it. It's like the greatest hits. More like, why does hate exist? Why am I made like this? But then the day brightens to show a single leaf on the ground from a tree that's died. I picked it up and I looked inside. The earth goes around. We're all on the ride and I feel better now. The day is mine, but take one step at a time. You gotta take one step at a time. I said check the airwaves. You'll find me in the static. Or check the bookcase. You'll find me in the attic.
Cool.
Thank you.
Well done, man.
Thank you.
So, I never really had thought about it with the tunes that you'd played prior, but you're not much of a chorus guy, are you?
No.
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 Do you write any choruses in your songs?
I mean, for the love
because
songs.
it flows fluidly. I don't want to be like, don't you write any choruses? Like, that's not where I'm coming at it with. But I just mean, is that like an intentional decision?
I just not good at choruses, honestly. Like I try and like I've tried to write choruses for most of my songs, but it's just like they don't keep the same like feeling that I'm going for. Like the words in my songs I want people to hear. So it's like when it comes to the choruses, I don't want people to just hear something over and over again.
Just tune out.
Yeah,
almost.
Exactly, and like wait for the choruses or stuff like that. So I feel like just because again my songs are like poems, and even when how I rap, like sometimes it starts off as like a flow, but then I kind of like talk it because it's more of like a a reading.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. No, that does make sense if you're coming at it poem first, that you wouldn't have a repetitive chorus.
And I think that's why I can write choruses for the love songs because they're written. They become songs as they're written. Do you know what I mean?
Sure, right. It's written as a song in the moment.
Yeah.
No, that makes a lot of sense. So I think we have time for one more song,
Cool.
but before we do, that song, why don't you tell everybody at home who is interested, you're involved in two projects. You have this project, you have Acoustic Collabs. Where can we hear your music? Where can we find your stuff?
All of my music is Acoustic Collabs. So we have SoundCloud Acoustic Collabs. It's spelled exactly how it sounds. And we have an Instagram, Acoustic Collabs. And so yeah, if you want to hear any of this, a lot of it is recorded on there. I don't have like an album or anything. It's more like just for fun and kind of like an outlet. But if I get enough feedback, then maybe I'll have it.
Give the man feedback so he can
Yes.
put this stuff out. There you go.
Yeah.
Was that enough feedback?
Yeah.
Producers of the show.
We want it. We want it.
There you go.
Pay later.
Perfect. All right, cool. Now that you've had your feedback, I expect to see the rest. But everybody, if you're looking for this original music, go and check out Acoustic Collabs on Instagram. On SoundCloud, you'll find the original acoustic rap, and you will also find those love songs that we were talking about.
On top of that, a lot of covers by Christina, my fiance. I keep saying girlfriend. It's like so hard to remember.
Well, it's been like 6 years of calling her
really.
girlfriend. So.
And she has a gorgeous voice, and us like together just mesh very well. So if you get a chance, check out Acoustic Collabs.
You have a chance. What are you even doing online right now? Nothing. Alrighty. Well, tell us about this last song that you're gonna play.
Okay, so this last song, it's a little treat for everyone because our host is also going to be singing with us.
Surprise.
With us, as if I'm more than one person. We wrote this together a
With
while
us,
ago.
me and the voices in my head.
Yeah. And I wrote just like we said before, he wrote the choruses and I wrote the verses.
Which is
And
why this one has a chorus.
yeah, exactly.
So is this one depressing too?
You tell me, Jane.
But
You tell me how this
Well, we
makes you
want to
feel.
know in advance.
yeah, I mean, I guess
we want
kind
to get
of.
mentally ready for it.
Just be ready.
This song is.
You've seen the show so far.
This song's mostly about like how people seem to be more famous after they die. So here we go. It's called Lazy River, written by Tyler Kempa and Alex Carle of City Latin Kids.
Mostly Tyler Kempa, but thank you for the writing credit.
All right.
I just walked in the room at the right time.
Yeah, right. I'm writing the song. Ooh, of course. All right.
Hi.
Narcissist, more like Spartacus, cause when I rock to this, you'll bop to this, and if you build on this, I'll plant crops on this, and if you're the bottom, I'll be the top for this, cause when I rap, it's like marvelous. And if you're buying the shit, I'll be the pharmacist. Well, don't come too close. Continental drift, cause in a million years they'll still play my shit.
Judge me now, you'll love me in the next 3 minutes. I'll show you how I'll run my ego to the ground. I'll run this town, what you'd expect, man, I just can't help it. I make a sound, the cameras come all around me.
When they hear my sessions, they'll just call me a legend. Like I'm destined to fuel the engine and trim the hedges. More like cut the bush off the hinges. Cause all his life he's been ridiculed. They'll spit at you and shit on you until you come back and say fuck you too, cause fuck them. All this from the brainstem, and my final outcome will be the income from the snare drum I'm spitting this from. Cause it used to be so simple, it's like being simple with ripple and make me feel crippled. If you aren't so nimble, they'll chew you and spit you so you won't be the symbol. The American dream, if you know what I mean. And the ultralight beam may seem too bright and light the way, but hey, what did I say? If you jump in the way, you might get hit. That's why I spit this important shit, the shit that makes you think, the shit that makes you drink.
Judge me now, you'll love me in the next 2 minutes. I show you how I run my ego to the ground. I'm self-obsessed and half the time dispersonal. I feel the stress and still my demons test me.
What if I told you it was easy? Would you believe me? Would you come to a 12 o'clock show just to see me? Probably not. But if I got shot, you know they would line up all around the block. Cause everybody knows what people like you when you're dead. It's not just me, it's always been said. While I'm starring in the night of the living dead, really I sped, just spread and fled, then head to bed. You know they give me cred, you know they read my head. You know they say the things that were unsaid, read the things that were unread. Maybe call me a shithead, but they still love the way I shred.
Judge me now, you'll love me in the next 30 seconds. I show you how I run my ego to the ground. The high's like a drug, and it hurts to come down from. I call it love, I call it love. Sweet. Thanks for letting me do that, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, thank you for being on the show, brother.
Absolutely.
That was really true. That was a real treat for me too. I really do
It was a lot of
appreciate
fun.
doing that. Yeah, that was cool. So, is there anything that you would like to say to all of your adoring fans before we head out this evening?
Everybody just check out Acoustic Collabs wherever you can, and check out my boy Alex, City Line Kids.
Oh, get out of here. Put that somewhere else.
I've
had my episode.
we played a lot of great shows together, and there'll be a lot more coming up.
All right, there you go, everybody. Stay tuned on Facebook, Instagram, SoundCloud. That's where you can find Acoustic Collabs stuff and new news, the new news, not the old news, but the new news. And thank you all for joining us tonight. I hope that you have a fantastic rest of your evening, and log in 2 weeks for a brand new performance by Auden Costello, and it will be our season finale. So we're looking forward to seeing you all then, and have a fantastic rest of your day. All right.